Superman, Captain America, Batman. These are my favorite superheroes. I love them, not only because they can fly through the air, lift up a car with their bare hands, beat up some bad guys. Yeah, that's cool. I love them because they share something in common. Their background, the story of origin. In as much as there are differences in their abilities, in their strengths, they all share something in common. They all came from pain. They were molded by grief, uplifted by depression, by tears. It is that process of trying to lift themselves up from the rubble that actually made them the superheroes that they are. My name is Laxio Chiesa. Today I'm here to share a journey with you, a journey of transformation, a journey which resonates with each and every one of you. A journey I like to call from grief to greatness. I was born in Mfakose, bred into it. I grew up surrounded by malicious activities, the drugs, thugs, robberies, the prostitution. I ended up inevitably joining a gang, started selling drugs when I was 11 years old. I thought that was the way of life. I thought that was the normal course of nature. It's up until I saw the people like Nelson Mandela, the Robert Mugabe, Oliver Mtukudzi. Then I started to wonder what made them different, what separated them from the rest of us. Were they raised in some kind of special way? Did they come from a unique background that made them as different and as special as they are? In my attempt to answer this question, during my research, I actually found that in as much as they are great in their different areas or aspects of life, they all came from one cloth, a cloth of poverty, a cloth of grief, of sorrow, from tears. It is those problems that they actually used as fuel to lift themselves up from the rubble, to propel them forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I know we all experienced it at some point in our lives. Some call it a universal experience. Some call it a course of nature, a course of life. The emotional, or rather the invisible pains or the invisible wounds of emotional pain. Grief, sorrow, tears. We've all experienced it through different aspects of our lives, through the death of a loved one, the rejection, heartbreak. Many of us have at some point cried in the shower, cried in the rain in order to hide our tears. Most of us are still holding on to that pain, to that anger, to that frustration, or rather, should I say, are still being held back by that pain. I know a lot of motivational speakers who come before you. I'm not a fan of motivational speakers, by the way. I know a lot of them come before you and tell you to let it go. Let it go. That's what they usually say, right? It's as hard as it is impossible. I know my grandfather used to say it's easy to let go of something that you're holding with your hands than to let go of something that you're holding with your heart. Not to look down on that approach. Today I have a different aspect, or rather a different perspective when it comes to this issue. Instead of letting it go, I say use it. Use it. That frustration that you have, use it to propel yourself forward. Use it as fuel in your thrusters. Use it to learn. It is said that there is a lesson to be learned from every tear. From these tears, make sure you learn the lesson that you're supposed to learn. Salvage something from the rubbles. Salvage something from the ashes that you can use to rebuild your life. use it. Use it to engage yourself in different activities. Start eating healthy. Start going to the gym. Join the School of Public Speaking. Use it. Use it. As I bring this to a close, I love this quote by Charles Darwin. He says, pain is temporary, but the wisdom, the lesson, the strength we draw from it is everlasting. That's beautiful. It is when we go through these problems that we discover the power that lies within us. It is when we go through these problems that we discover the potential that we have, that we discover our purpose, our passions. It is often said, what doesn't kill you makes you strong. Makes you strong. In as much as people will tell you to let it go, I come with a different approach. I say, use it. Use it as the fire in the furnace to mold you to be the superhero that you are. I thank you.